As the sports world continues to grow, so does the number of teams in each league. The NBA is no different, as the topic of finding NBA expansion cities has been prevalent for a few years now. The NBA is one of the two top sports markets in the United States. It almost seems crazy not to consider adding more teams. The NBA currently has 30 squads playing in the league, but very easily could follow in the footsteps of the NHL and add 2 expansion teams. So which cities could host a new NBA team? The topic of NBA expansion cities was brought up recently when the Toronto Raptors had to find a temporary place to play this past season with the COVID-19 pandemic. Canada still had restrictions at the border, forcing Toronto to play elsewhere. It does seem it is a when, not if, the NBA will expand the league to 32 teams. More teams equals more revenue. Plus, the sport of basketball has been ever growing, and the possibility of finding new markets is something that certainly should be explored. Here are the top 5 NBA expansion team ideas. At number 1, Seattle, Washington. Seattle's the most obvious choice. It was the home of the Seattle Supersonics for years before the team moved to Oklahoma City. Whenever the term relocation comes up, Seattle is always at the top of the list. There's already a home for a Seattle basketball team, the Seattle Kraken. The NHL's newest expansion team will be playing at Climate Change Arena. Ironically, the building used to house the Supersonics. With the Kraken, Seahawks, Mariners, and Storm in the area, Seattle makes too much sense not to consider it a location for an NBA team.
Sonics stack up off the ball, two-man play, Payton off the tip, pick. He will go back and get it and tomahawk. Eddie Johnson off to Kemp.
All of these shots are high degree of difficulty because of the presence of a
Knocked away, and Kemp, or Shrefford is finally with the steal. Now Payton, the alley-oop to Kemp. Some of that trapping defense. Yep. Payton takes it away from Williams. Gary Payton with the run-out dunk. Team that has this kind of quickness that Seattle possesses.
Against the Nets in the first half at least. Detlef Schrempf to Gary Payton to Sean Kemp for the jam, and Seattle led 30-19 after.
Gary on his right, lobs it to Gary, goes to get it, hooks it up.
Advantage of Gary's awesome height advantage, 6'4" to 5'3", so they're going to just lob it up to him any chance they can.
At number 2, Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas is slowly becoming a hotspot for sports teams. The NHL put their 31st team there with the Golden Knights, and the Raiders of the NFL recently moved from Oakland to Vegas. It's become a hotspot for die-hard sports fans, and it's hard not to mention Vegas without the gambling. The WNBA has the Las Vegas Aces, so it's a location for the drive for basketball. A basketball team could potentially share the T-Mobile Arena with the Golden Knights. At number 3, Louisville, Kentucky. This might be a hard sell considering there are no major sports teams in Kentucky, but hey, you always have to start somewhere. There's already a large basketball following for the University of Louisville and Kentucky University. In fact, Louisville's arena, the KFC Yum Center, would be large enough to host an NBA crowd. Louisville was rumored to be in the running to host the Toronto Raptors before they headed to Florida to temporarily play due to the pandemic. Plus, it isn't too far away from St. Louis, a major sports city without a basketball team. At number 4, Tampa, Florida. Now this was the location that hosted the Raptors for a while. Tampa is home to the NHL's Lightning, MLB's Rays, and NFL's Buccaneers. While the Rays tend to almost bottom out in attendance, the Lightning and Bucks have had recent success and driven the fan base up. It would be the 3rd NBA team in the state of Florida. Would the NBA be willing to do that? There probably are more desirable places, but Tampa already has the sports fan base on the bay side of the state. And at number 5, Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville isn't exactly the first city that comes to mind when you're on the topic of basketball. Although, does anything else really come to mind other than country music and cowboy hats? This city has seen success with both the Tennessee Titans in the NFL and the Predators in the NHL. The Predators fan base has quickly become one of the more passionate ones in hockey. Adding an NBA team in Nashville could also create a rivalry with the Memphis Grizzlies. Well guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to Sport Utopia, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching. This script is pretty short in comparison to the others. Just want to make sure we get it to 5 minutes.